For those of you in the military community, there's something we know about each other that's very personal and central to who we are. You might think it's making a difference, and that's why we served and continue to serve after we take off the uniform for the last time. It's why we took an oath and we're willing to make sacrifices most civilians will never comprehend and always take for granted. We serve anyway because we want to matter. But that's not it. There's something else we know about each other that's personal and lives at the core of who we are as humans. Something you know about everyone you live with, everyone you work with and socialize with, that goes to the heart of what motivates them and what they're willing to put up with. And it drives everything we do. And that is, we all want to be happy. Now, it doesn't matter who you are, where you live on this planet, what language you speak, what you believe in, how much you have, or how rich or poor you are, or who you know. Every human being wants to be happy. We have different ideas about what happiness looks like and feels like, but it's a lot to share in common with each other just to know that we want to be happy. But I'm here to talk about being grateful. So, what has that got to do with happiness? Well, lots of people would say when they're happy, they're grateful. But think about that. Is it really true that happy people are grateful people? Based on all the assumptions we make about what we think makes us happy, success, that dream house, lots of money in the bank, a great car, lots of connections, popularity, power, and prestige, maybe lots of travel to exclusive places. Maybe you know lots of people who have everything they need to be happy, and yet they're miserable. They think they don't have enough, or they want more, or they want something else. And so they chase happiness by thinking if they can just accumulate a little bit more power, more prestige, more wealth, they'll find happiness. But they never do because of their belief that they lack and they're looking in the wrong place. Many of those people who we'd kill to have their lifestyle and their fame and success are actually empty on the inside. Now, at the same time, we all know someone who's had lots of tragedy in their life, heartbreak, indescribable loss, suffering. Maybe they're living with PTSD and are really struggling underneath the surface. We wouldn't even consider trading places with those people, would we? They've had it so hard. And yet, many of them radiate happiness. Why is that? Well, I believe it's because they're grateful. So it's not happiness that makes us grateful. It's gratitude that makes us happy. Remember that. It's having an attitude of gratitude that makes you happy. So what is gratitude and how does it work? Whenever we experience something that when it happens in that moment, we're glad we had that experience and we place value on it, that's when we're being truly grateful. When it happens, it's like receiving a gift. That's what it feels like. And here's something to remember about gratitude. You can't buy it. You can't earn it. You can't trade something for it. And you can't work for it. It just happens. It just comes to you in the moment, in a moment that you place value on, like a gift. And when that happens, you feel your heart begin to swell with happiness, like something good is really happening to me. That's gratitude. That's gratefulness. And it leads to happiness. I love what Zig Ziglar said. Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. So when I was diagnosed with complex PTSD in 2018, I saw it as a gift and something I valued enormously. Does that sound strange? I wouldn't blame you if it does. Why would anyone value being diagnosed with post traumatic stress? Well, for me, it was because the source of so many of my shortcomings was finally revealed to me. In that same moment, I was given the answers to so many things I didn't understand about myself for so long. I valued that diagnosis so much that I wasn't even angry at the military medical system I depended on from the time I was 18 until that moment when I was diagnosed at age 57. An entire medical system of healthcare professionals and leadership over 30 years of service that never caught it. I had every right to be angry. I could have gotten lost in judgment and anger and ask why I was left to discover it on my own. Why did the military allow me to live with trauma for as much as 25 years on active duty? Why didn't they ever find it in any of the annual physicals I took? Why is such an emphasis placed on physical fitness and almost none on mental fitness? Why does the military still provide no training to the force on what trauma is and how it can affect our readiness? But I was too grateful to be angry about it. Let me be clear, I don't like living with trauma, but I put so much value on this experience that I saw it for the gift it was, and that has made all the difference. That is what changed my life. I've always believed in my ability to take charge of my life and figure things out. Until I got my diagnosis, I simply didn't understand the battle that my body was fighting. Once I found out, though, I had confidence in myself to do what was needed to heal so I could continue to live with honor and with dignity. And that's why I control my PTSD today. It doesn't control me. Now, I just want to help other veterans and their families find the same opportunity I found. But here's something else to remember. It doesn't have to be an experience as big as a diagnosis for post traumatic stress to trigger feelings of gratefulness. We can learn to be people who live constantly in a state of gratitude. And we do that by raising our ambition to be more aware that every moment we live is a gift. You haven't earned the right to be alive and be here together in this moment with me. You haven't done anything to bring this moment into existence. And you have no way of guaranteeing that tomorrow will be given to you. And yet, it's the most valuable gift that can ever be given. This moment, with all of the infinite possibilities it contains, it's been given to you. It's been given to me and every other person on the planet, all 8 billion people of us, all 8 billion. And we share that in common with each other. And it's not really the experience that results in gratitude, it's the opportunity contained within that experience. I was grateful that I'd been given the opportunity to heal wounds I've been carrying for decades and create a life that's forward-facing and extraordinary today. One that never forgets the past, but is free of the importance my ego assigned to it that kept me stuck in the same self-defeating patterns that affected my relationships with my family, friends, and colleagues, my performance in the military, and my health. That's the gift that comes with gratitude, opportunity. And guess what? It's when you take advantage of the opportunity you're given in the moment that the secret to happiness reveals itself to us. Every moment you're alive contains an opportunity to value it, to see it as a gift, and to seize the opportunity it contains. And as you raise your ambition to be more aware of the opportunities when they come, you'll see them more clearly and want to move to higher levels of happiness. You hold the power of having more of this in your hands and in your brain right now. Isn't that wonderful? Now, physiologically, when you regularly give thanks, even for the smallest things that seem so insignificant when they happen, it actually impacts your brain health and rewires your brain. Well, how does it do that? Well, a National Institutes of Health study showed that your hypothalamus is activated when you feel gratitude. Your hypothalamus is the part of your brain that regulates many of your important bodily functions and are critical, including your metabolism, your appetite, and your sleep quality. And when you perform acts of kindness and experience feelings of gratitude, it floods your brain with dopamine, a chemical that gives you a natural high. It's like being rewarded each time you truly feel grateful for someone or something. And that motivates you to feel it again and again. And you have the power to generate that again and again. Who doesn't want more of that? Really, gratefulness may be one of the most overlooked gifts we can access freely to increase our happiness every day. It's right there inside of you, just waiting for you to make use of it. It doesn't cost any money or take a lot of time, and the research is clear. The benefits are enormous. Grateful people report feeling healthier than others with fewer aches and pains, so they're more likely to take care of themselves. Emotionally, we want to feel more aliveness, create deeper connections, find meaning to life, have better mental health and energy, and we want to grow. Gratitude has been proven to reduce a number of toxic emotions. You want less envy, regret, or anxiety? Want to be less judgmental, self critical, and experience more joy, happiness, and inner peace of mind instead? Stop resisting what is. Be more thankful. There's a wonderful TED talk I'd like to share with you. It's by a positive psychologist named Christina Costa, who discovered the brain benefits that comes with practicing gratitude when she faced a life-changing challenge of a brain tumor. I've added the link in the comments. It's well worth watching if you have any doubts about the power you have available to you right now. So, what's one thing you can do to make this practical and meaningful for you? How can you raise your ambition to create more awareness around the value of your experiences so you can seize the opportunities that are given to you each day and increase your happiness? Well, here are some suggestions for you that you can start with right now and do anywhere, anytime. They don't take a lot of time or effort. You just have to remember to do them consistently. Number one, set an alarm or recurring calendar event. If you see the benefits that are waiting for you, but you're new to this, you'll need a reminder to keep you accountable to yourself and help yourself make this a practice. So pick up your phone. You can do this right now and set an alarm for when you'll pause your day for just a few minutes to give thanks for the experiences you had. Whether you had a good day or not, make it a priority to give yourself 5 minutes every day to reflect on your day and just say thank you for whatever experiences come into your mind. Another way you can set a reminder is with a reoccurring calendar event. I've become so used to doing this that I'm able to spend time in gratitude the moment I experience something, like right after a phone call or email exchange, or when I've completed a task. No matter how well it went or didn't go, I make it a practice to just say thank you for that experience. But I've also scheduled my time for reflection toward the end of each day in case I'm so busy that I forget to do it. So I even miss the opportunities. I just miss fewer of them. Let me show you. So Here's my phone. Look what I've got planned for right after this live cast. What am I grateful for? That's on my calendar. And I've also set an alarm right there at the bottom. What am I grateful for? That alarm will go off at 9 o'clock tonight, just about before the time comes to start getting ready to go to sleep for the night. This is how I miss fewer opportunities, by making the time to just give thanks for the day, to reflect, to pause, and give thanks. It's so easy to do this. Give yourself the gift of 5, 10, or 15 minutes every day to slow down and reflect on your day and express gratefulness for the moments you had, good or bad. You can do this right before you go to bed. The dopamine hit you'll give yourself will help you sleep better and set you up for a positive way tomorrow. Do this every day for a week and see what happens inside yourself. I think you're going to feel the difference and your happiness will increase very quickly. Number 2, keep a daily gratitude journal. Once you schedule it and start practicing it, you'll want to start writing down what you're grateful for. Keeping a daily gratitude journal is an excellent way to actually see how much there has been to be grateful for in your life. I keep mine on my desk or my nightstand, and I usually write down 3 things that I'm grateful for that day. Just 3 things. But you can also spend just a few minutes in the first hour of your day writing down what you're grateful for in the beginning of each day. Maybe it's the quiet of the morning, the smell of your coffee or tea, or the sunrise. Whatever it is, write it in your daily gratitude journal. It's a great way to jumpstart your brain and get yourself into a positive mindset before you begin your day. 3 things in the morning and 3 things at night before you go to sleep, and watch what happens. And if you aren't sure what to be grateful for or what to write in your journal, reflect on all the things you have in your life that money can't buy. Or what do you like about yourself? What have you done that you're proud of? What have you accomplished that you're happy about? Or something you overcame that you appreciate? You'll be amazed at how much will come into your awareness if you just pause and become reflective. And then if you want to do this with your spouse or your partner or family, make a gratitude jar or bowl to keep little pieces of paper like Post-it notes and a pen beside it where everyone can contribute. Then empty it once a week by taking turns and read them all out. And read them out loud when you're together, maybe at dinner time. Ask each other what the opportunity was in the experience that they're grateful for. And because this is a wonderful way to deepen your connection with each other and expand in your happiness together. Number 3, tell someone you appreciate them. Who's one person in your life that needs to hear how much you appreciate them? Being grateful for someone and not telling them is like buying them a birthday or Christmas gift and not giving it to them. So tell them, express your gratitude and appreciation for their presence in your life, for the way they make you feel each time you see or talk to them, for making you feel appreciated and valued. This is a simple practice you can do every day. And be spontaneous about it. You don't have to schedule this. Whenever you feel a sense of appreciation or gratitude for someone, express it. Tell your loved ones, tell your team, tell your friends. They won't expect it, which makes it even more of a special moment when you do it. It doesn't cost you anything to do it except feeling good more often from that extra little hit of dopamine you get every time you express gratitude. And that reflects on the people you spend time with too. So start with one person and make it a point to email them or call them or write them a note just to say thanks. Thanks for your presence in my life. Thanks for making me laugh. Thanks for what you do to make your difference for so many. I really appreciate you. And number 4, Remember how you learned to cross the street when you were a kid? Let me explain. This one is so simple. It's the same thing you were told when you learned to cross the street when you were very young. Stop, look, and go. That's all. We often miss the opportunities that come with experiences we value because we don't slow down long enough to see what's in front of us. We're moving through life way too fast. If you want to be happier, you have to stop, get quiet, and build the levels of awareness into your life to be grateful for. If you served in the military, you know what situational awareness is. So you know how to be more aware on a personal level too. Not to protect yourself, but to value your experiences and your contributions in life more. When I came home from Haiti in 1995 and Kosovo 1999, and later from Iraq and Afghanistan and other places, I noticed the abundance we have whenever I drove around town. This happened especially when I went grocery shopping. In many of the places I was deployed to, shelves are empty. Things we take for granted are rationed. People stood for hours in line, not knowing if there'd be anything left when their turn came. When I got home, it hit me how much we have in America. It was overwhelming to me sometimes. And maybe that's because we take things for granted. We go to the store and we expect our shelves to be full of anything we want, and we're tempted to riot if they're not. But it's not like that in other parts of the world, and it's worth remembering that. My experiences reminded me that we're the exception, and it's something I'm so grateful for. We really do have so little to complain about compared to other places in the world. Every time I go shopping now, I stop and express gratefulness for the abundance I've been given when I walk into the store. It's all right there in front of me. And then I look, I open my eyes and my ears and my nose and all of my senses to the richness that's all around me. It's there for all of you to enjoy too. But so many people miss the opportunity to increase their happiness because they're in too much of a hurry and they take where they are for granted. I've learned that when I stop and look around me with my senses, it opens my heart to the opportunities that are waiting for me, opportunities to help others and to make others happy. And nothing makes us more happy when all of us are happy. And when that happens, when I open my heart to the opportunities I'm being given, the opportunities invite me to do something. That's the third step. Stop, look, and go. Really do something. Most of the time, the opportunity that we're being given is simply to enjoy the moment. But sometimes it's something more challenging. Whatever it is, go with it. We're all creative beings. That little practice of stop, look, and go has so much potential that it can change the world as more of us practice it. And we don't have to look far to see how much we need this in our lives today. We're in the middle of a change of consciousness in our world. It's a gift to be here now and be a part of the great shift that is happening for the greater good of all of us. So remember, nothing is positive, nothing is negative. It's thinking that makes it so. Gratitude is a mindset. Gratitude is a state of heart. The more grateful you are, the more present you become. And it's only in the present moment that you create your future. The more deliberate you are about being aware of the things there are to be grateful for and finding value and opportunity in the experiences you have, the more you'll enjoy the benefits that come when you practice gratitude, and the more you'll just enjoy your life. So, what are you grateful for in today, right now, in this moment? In the spirit of gratitude, I want to express my thanks to you, our listeners, for being here and supporting the mission of teaching post-traumatic growth strategies to veterans and their families through this social learning channel. I want to say muchas gracias to my wife, my family, and my team for their time, their talent, and their commitment to this mission to help veterans and their families change their lives and become more resilient. That's what I'm grateful for. What about you? What or who do you appreciate? Make a post on social media today declaring something or someone you're grateful for, because what you appreciate grows. Just watch it and it'll happen. Tag me at John Paul DeLang so I can see what you appreciate and repost some of our favorites. Remember, it's not happy people who are grateful, it's grateful people who are happy. I wish you days that are full of love, full of life, and full of laughter, and always, always lots of learning. Here's to your great.